Your peers' pillows are filled with tears. Don't be scared to fight those tears without fear. If you want to be a top tier, kick those blankets so you can see the brightness. Welcome to the Domain xER podcast, where we talk to the real numbers, the real changers. We are the X, an element of all real numbers, and we are all about finding the X in you.
Enjoy, people. Welcome to another epic episode of the Domain xER podcast. I am Liteta Julie, and this is the Domain xER podcast episode 10. Guys, this is history in the making. The person that I'm with, she doesn't know that she just made history on the podcast. She's the first person to ever ask to be on the podcast. The first the first woman to have a one-on-one episode here on the Domain xER podcast. She's an actress, a writer, a director, a BA honors in theater and dance from UCT, right? Am I saying all the right stuff here?
Yes, you are. I'm just surprised. I'm like, How do you know so much?
Guys, give it up for Bokang Ntsutle.
Well, I'm excited to be here. I didn't know I was getting such a big introduction.
Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it. And also, even with me, when you asked me to come on the podcast, I was like, does she really mean it, or she's just saying it? And then again, on the second performance of The Battered Housewife, you mentioned it that you want to come to the podcast. I'm like, sure, then let's do it.
I'm like, yes, the whole time I was like, what do you mean? No, I was very excited when you told me that you have a podcast. I think it's amazing, especially for young people in the theater, in the arts, that you're doing your own thing, and I find that amazing. So I'm the one that's honored to be here. Like, super happy to be here.
Super happy to have you here, Bokang Ntsutle. So, guys, just so you know, I don't know if I should say it. Guys, you might be wondering, where the hell are we? Do you want to tell them, or please?
We are in my humble abode, in my very humble nyana shack.
Come on.
In my apartment. He was like, I'm like, there's flowers here. He was like, I'm like, yeah.
So guys, we're in Bokang Ntsutle. Is it Ntsutle or Ntsutle? Ntsutle. So it's suit, right?
Yes.
So let's start there.
With me being Sutu?
Yeah, you being Sutu, your upbringing, how Bokang got into acting and everything.
Okay. So
or let me say Bokang before the actress. The childhood Bokang before the actress.
Funny enough, everyone back home calls me Lerato.
Why? But your name is Bok.
Like, I have 6 names. I have 6 names.
Who gave you all those names?
Like my parents, my sister, my grandparents, my uncle.
Okay. So can you say those names?
Hey, yeah, I can, but I'm just like, why are you putting me on the spot? Some of them, I'm like, I kind of wish they weren't there.
Just say them, don't worry. Say them.
Bokang, Pulane, Lerato, Angela, Babiki, Bunyane, Ntsutle, and then my clan names are Mufukeng, Mrakapol.
Okay, yeah, you can carry on with that.
Okay, so back home, Lerato Ntsutle, and what was Lerato Ntsutle before the actress or whatnot? I was a learner. I was a scholar. I was top academic. We can see that I was out here, mathematics, the physics, accounting, and so on. And I could not understand accounting for the life of me. I remember I was pleading to my parents, can I please stop? Can I change the subject? And they're like, no. I followed through with it, and even though still till matric, I was like, do you know with this subject? But can you guess what? Right now, as me, people will come to me to help them with like their budgets and so on because of this thing that I was like,
the same thing
I
that you
don't
didn't want. Now all of a sudden it's out there.
Exactly. But yes, I speak German as well. I'm multilingual.
I saw that, but then it was like more specific on your bio that it's Nguni bilingual.
Yes, at UCT there was only like you do Afrikaans bilingual or Nguni bilingual. But you could also we were only two students.
Yeah.
And then the rest were Xhosa and Zulu. So I had to fight to be like, guys, also in this play, let's factor in Sotho and so on. Because I'm also here, struggling with the Xhosa words. Lilona, come on. But then it became really like exciting for them because it was a collaboration. And now it's like they also get to put Sotho on their CVs. Same as, do you understand?
Yeah.
But so I speak English, Afrikaans, Sotho,
How do you say hello in German?
Hello, like it's literally.
Okay, what's one word? Like, okay, just say a sentence in German.
Hallo, ich heiße Bokang, wie geht's?
So where did you learn?
German.
Yeah.
In high school. Like,
What kind of school did you go to?
my high school had German, and I remember in grade 9, like we have German in grade 8 and 9. Now it's like you have it, and then in grade 10 you get to choose your subjects, right?
Yeah.
And I was like to my parents, I want to pick German, and they're like, why? I'm like, if I'm going to Germany, then I need to speak the language.
Yeah.
They're like, who's taking you to this Germany? And I told them, don't worry about it.
You take yourself there.
I'll take myself there. Funniest thing ever. Like, and you choose the subjects like in November.
Yeah.
It was like 3 months later, because it was in Feb, that there was a new competition at school. And it was saying the winner is going to go to Germany. And they wanted like a top learner in German, but also they were interviewing like your personality, how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I come home and I'm like, Ma, where's that big suitcase for traveling? She's like, it's in the cupboard. Why are you asking? I'm like, because I'm going to Germany in June.
Wait.
I won the thing. It was completely sponsored. Even your petrol to take you to the airport, it was fully covered by them. And so that's just how I've always lived my life. I'll say, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And it seems like I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I end up doing it. Like, I just believe in that philosophy of you must be as delusional as possible.
True.
So that you can actually do things. Always think about, like, what is the delusion?
Yeah.
And in that way, you can just fly. And say it doesn't work out, you'll be like, it was kind of crazy to think that. So you won't get disappointed, but you'll know that you tried. Exactly.
Yeah. So what was the main thing that you guys were going to do within Germany? Like,
it was like a youth camp, like with people all over different countries young people, like we were 14 to 17, who are all learning German in different countries. Like there were people, Canada, Cuba, Nicaragua, Spain, there was new countries that I learned. Well, Lithuania, I was thinking this girl is playing with me. There's no country like that. I was like, I'm getting...
what's wrong with you? Like, are you lying to me?
What is this Lithuania? I've never heard it. And then, like, I'm still friends with them till today. And actually, it was like 2 weeks ago, it was our 10-year anniversary since we were there.
Wow, so you've met new people.
Yeah, so we literally still friends, and we're all like, yo, if anyone gets married or whatnot, we're all flying there because...
Married. Married. Thank you. You're the one that brought it up, because I was thinking, okay, When can I get a chance to bring this thing up? When can I get a chance to bring it up? Married. Lucky enough, you're the one that brought it up. So, guys,
What are you
she
gonna
knows.
ask now?
She knows. She knows it. So, me and Bokang once had a conversation. Once we were in this play directed by Mr. Zubeya Charles, Battered Housewives Club. We recently did the performance here at Artscape.
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
Shane.
very
Like
nice.
also
You.
seeing those ladies, some of them are coming from shelters and so on. It was
Yeah.
just so special for them.
You.
It's like a very important play. It speaks to gender-based violence and different forms of abuse. And
Yeah.
I think it was wonderful that we got to do that.
We're gonna get to that.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Let's talk about the marriage part. So me and Bokang had a
Okay.
conversation. Bokang, I can't remember what led us to that conversation, but we ended up talking about marriage, Lobola. I get it was like most people, like we all know the process of Lobola, right? So it's two families, ne, are bonding together or trying to bond these two families together through their kids, right? So, Mrs. Ntsutle here seems to have a different perspective of that, which is she asked me, why would elders speak about a matter of two people, a thing that does not involve them? Please,
Yes.
can you please explain that to the people? I also okay, just
Yeah, me and him, we were at it. But my thing is,
Yeah.
like the concept of Lobola, it's never registered. It's never been. No one's ever been able to explain it without there being some form of either patriarchy, misogyny, feeling like a cow out here,
Yeah.
or being like, to me it's like me and my person, we were in love. If it's a thing we're bringing the families together, let's have a bride and they can come together. Why are there people who are out here in a circle and it's also only men?
yeah.
Why are they discussing me and him? Because most of the time, not most of the time, but there's times where information is not relayed well. Now, because the families are busy talking about cows and money, that it causes tension within the families. So to me, and other people who are like, no, Lobola is like, discussing the money is going to go to the wedding anyway. If that's the case, why do we not just EFT it to the venue? If that's the case, if the money is going to the wedding, it's not like we're going to have the wedding and going to have it there or Stellenbosch. Let's EFT it to the venue.
Bokang, I think you should get the reason behind Ilobola. Okay, from my own perspective, the reason for Ilobola for me, I think, yes, it's bringing the two families. But if you are the woman, or the girl that's going to get married to the other family, your family doesn't just want to give you up easily. After so much investment that they've put on you. Imagine you went to Germany, you top academic student, and then this guy wants to come and bond these two families. They won't just say, take care, like you nothing. And also remember, it's not just about you. You guys are kids, remember. To them, you are kids. So marriage is a huge thing. It does not only involve you and him. It involves both families. Because once you and the guy get married, the two families are going to be together forever. There's going to be another generation being created through the two
family.
of you guys.
I believe the families being together, I'm 100% on the same thing. Family is very important to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they are being combined by money. Why? But I was going to say, you made an important point.
Okay.
Yaure. No, my family invested. I just want to know if that's the case. And my family invested in education. So my man's family, was he raised by wolves? Yeah, now why did they not invest in him?
Yes, they did, but
So
then,
why are you?
that is why
if
they're
you're
helping.
saying,
Listen,
if you're
Balu,
saying
listen,
you're thanking
listen,
me,
my
should I not
man.
be thanking your family as well?
My
Papa,
man.
were you raised as
My
like
man,
your
my
Tarzan?
man, my
Okay.
man, my man. Your family doesn't want to give you up easily. Same goes with his family. That is why they are helping him to choose the perfect woman for him. Not actually choose for him, but if he sees a woman, they must make sure that, okay, is a woman that's gonna have, what is it? Into this family. Not in jail, just any woman.
But at the same time, I'm also biblical, nah?
Okay.
And in the Bible, they say when a man and woman, like a man takes his woman and they start their own family together. So it's not that I'm marrying into his family. And because both of us are going to be family regardless. But it's his responsibility for us to start our own family, our own traditions. So if that's the case, we're going to be starting on our own. Why are we busy doing ping pong?
Bokang, speaking on traditions and culture as a whole, there are things myself that I kind of like don't agree with my culture. Yabo? And there are things which I can't debate. And I once heard you saying that.
But why not? That's my question.
I do, okay, I do comment on them there, but to me it feels like, no man, there's nothing more I can do rather than just commenting on them. That's all.
Why not?
When, you see, so that's how I would like you to share your own perspective as well when it comes to cultural things.
Cultural and traditions. My whole thing is traditions started with people. Traditions were created by people and the circumstances that were happening at the time. At that time. Okay. Right now we are new people and we have new things happening. Why are you trying to take
didn't you
things
do
of the past here?
political something?
I would have been great. Yeah. No, but like it's like the tradition, like I was speaking about it, this thing of black families, they don't want you as the girl to be coming with a boyfriend and whatnot, ne?
Yeah, that's very disrespectful.
But listen, what must happen now when South Africa is faced with gender-based violence? You're only going to meet my person. We've been together for 4 years.
Yeah.
You're only going to meet him when he's bringing the cows. He could have been beating me black and blue, Marawena, because of that's disrespectful. You don't know who your child is marrying into. I feel like it comes at a disservice.
Okay.
But also if we look at the past,
yeah.
And Kiko was saying, no, in the past there wasn't this. In the past, because of segregation, families were very far. These, like my parents, they have different farms and so on. And she was also telling me, my mom was also telling me, a thing of the past, why they'd only come during marriage negotiations, why the parents, it's because they had to travel from very far in order to come. So that's why they only make 2 trips.
Yeah.
Only Lobola and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's because the families have to travel from far, and him as well. Now that we are in a new age, it takes an Uber. You can be there. You take a flight. You can be there. But now all of a sudden we're trying to take old things and we're not trying to adapt to what's currently happening. If traditions are made by people, traditions can
be
change
changed
by people.
Instead of changing it, why don't we develop it?
Develop it, yes. I definitely believe that. I
beg to differ at some point.
I just think, like, there's certain things that I do love. Like, even the chat of Lobola, I love when they do the gift exchange thing, you know? But
see,
it's because to me that's
yes, like on the day.
But to me, what I love about that is because it's the woman's family is gifting, the guy's family, and the guy's family is gifting. That I'm fully with.
That's part of the Lobola process.
I just don't understand.
Must happen after after the two families.
If the two families are meeting, why is there money being discussed? So why is the guy's family giving us money?
Wait.
That's what I don't want or agree with.
Oh, that's where your problem is.
That's where my problem is.
So you don't want any money to be involved. Money is only involved in this era of ours. Back in the days, it was cows. And also, I once heard something that it is not necessary for the guy's family to bring cows. It's not a compulsory thing. He can bring goats, he can bring sheep. Yabo. It is like ixhomekeke kwi-family yentombazana. Yabo, but okay, mabaze nezinto ezinja. Inkomo ezinga okanye igusha ezinga. Yabo. So it's not a must. But then, as you also mentioned, because of time.
Yes.
So we changed to Iman.
But I was going to say another thing, since we talked about time.
Yeah.
You see, those things, what was happening back then, that they bringing, it was gifting and they were bringing a thing.
Yeah.
It's been turned into a money-making scheme, or it's been turned into action. Because now, why are you mentioning, we took her to the best schools. That was your responsibility. You decided to be a parent. Like, do you understand? I think for me, it's like, I value like how things originally started, and if you can develop them in a good way. But I just don't agree with how things have become now, where I'm feeling like, why are you talking about my education so on? Because so the guy will be the same.
They've overused that thing.
Exactly. They've made it. Kuri, I'm sure it started, someone was being selfish and wanted to fucker their own things.
Yeah.
But it's like, either we need to develop it in a way where we don't have those kind of talks or so on, that it can be what you want, that it's bringing families together. But what I see that usually now it's taking the families away. Why is there now a fight from the person he has to pay, I don't know, has to pay this amount, and then the other family is feeling disrespected, whereas the kids have already said that they want to be together. Why are you not making that process easier, but you're making it harder? If it's a thing of families must come together, why is there conflict?
Okay, so when do you want your guy to Lobola you?
No. Not in the modern concept. If we were not in the current modern concept where there's being talked about.
Let's take those things out. Do you still want him to Lobola you? No, we took it to the best school. Let's take that out.
Okay.
You just not fond of Lobola, man. Just say it.
No, it's not that. Like, I hear you when, like, my mind is just like, okay, if we take all that out, like the things, then, because my mind is like, what would be left? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, if we took that out, my mind is like, what would be left? But, like, my whole thing is, I told you I love the gift giving. I think, like, that's so beautiful. And, like, I love those things. I love bringing families together. Family is very important to me. So it's like, I will be okay with anything that brings us together even more and families together. So if it comes in a way that it's bringing me joy and bringing our families together, then...
Okay. So before we move on, now let's say they give you... You are an actress, Yeah, you're an actress. So let me give you a scenario. So Bokang, we are giving you the honors of changing the culture. What would you change in the culture? You see, that's what happens when they are given a platform to do things with their own way of thinking. Yeah, that's what they do.
Wait, like, and I can change anything.
You can change it into something that you think might be good for everyone.
Yes, but not just for Lobola. No. I would change. I would change the thing about parents not talking about sex education to their kids. That's what I would honestly change, and I would change the fact that contraceptives are preventative. Doesn't mean you are encouraging a child to have sex. We have a huge problem with teenage pregnancies and lack of sex education, and it's because parents are not talking to their kids. They're expecting.
So you want sex conversation to just be like
to happen?
The thing of talking about, I don't know, like going to the shop.
Yes.
You want it to be that kind of conversation.
Yes. Because
like
what's happening? Not a friend to friend, but that's the problem, that we only get these chats with friends and friends don't actually know the full information. That's how people are now fuckering their own things. You'll believe very things like people are saying when you mix Disprin and Coke, it's a plan B. What is that? Like, do you get it? What is that?
Bokang, are you giving people tips here? What's happening?
I'm telling you, like a survey was made. There's so many people that believe in that. But that's the one thing I would say, because it's another thing that parents, like in black households, I would really like parents and kids to have more of an open conversation. I don't like this thing where, oh no, we're afraid to have certain topics, and then they only want to have it 10 years later and act like everything's okay, whereas you don't have that bond with each other. So that's what I'd really like. I just feel like in the black community, because we don't talk about it, we become so now the child is pregnant, but all you told them is abstain, but you didn't tell them, like, if someone says this, that's not actually true, or how this works and so on. Whereas you'll find white people at my school, they were on contraceptives literally in grade 10. We didn't even know what, like, pills and preventative things to not have a baby, like pills, the IUD or whatever. They were on it, and that time we don't even know what contraceptive is. Do you understand? And it's not that they were saying, no, go out and have this, but they're like, hey, this is what happens when you get to this age. You're starting to make ovaries in your body. I'm letting you know as a preventative. It's almost like the way that they're so open. It's a rite of passage.
They're allowing them to do it, but at the same time, they must prevent.
What's
is
allowing?
That what you're saying?
What's allowing?
I don't know, like the way you're saying it, it's as if you're saying, yes, my child, what do you call them? Contraceptives.
Contraceptives,
Trying to prevent the kid from?
Pregnancy, unwanted pregnancies.
So, why would they do that instead of just telling them that you just don't have a boyfriend, okay? Instead?
Because you also have to adjust to the times. And we just said, the problem with us, black people, because we don't have these conversations with our kids directly, they then start doing things via back corners and behind our backs. We don't even know who the father is. They don't even tell us anything.
What I think
so for them,
for security reasons.
You can't call it like that, but it's like, it's not even, everything is preventative. Right now, it's like taking a flu shot. Doesn't mean I had the flu. Doesn't mean I could even get the flu. But it's like, if it so happens, I have the shot. But they don't only give them contraceptives and say, okay, just be on this, be fine. Okay. Sex education, different things. People think just saying, oh no, you don't have a boyfriend. What's happening with, how many girls do you know that are pregnant right now? Okay. And I remember people thinking, there's this person that she had a child, I don't know, I think she was like 15. And then she had another one at 18. And someone's like, how can she be so stupid? But I was saying, no one had a sex talk with her. You guys think, oh no, because she had a baby, she now learned. But still, no one had a talk about contraceptives and so on. And I understand, like, sometimes we have lack of education and so on. But I definitely think you can make an active thing to teach your child, this is what's happening. Boys will tell you this, whatnot, different things. At least give them information and not just don't be.
Yeah, it's just a lot. it's just a lot, and we haven't even gotten to the real thing that we wanted to talk about her journey as an artist. We're just stuck on one thing. It started from marriage to Lobola. Now we're here. Okay, let's
bring it back.
Yeah, let's bring it back. So, Bokang, I saw that you once worked with the great director, writer, Mamulada Food on Ways of Dying.
Oh, yeah.
How is it? So, guys, some people are privileged, eh? Some people are privileged. And, I want to tell you something that, one thing that I took out from Mamulada Food, I've never worked with her. I've only seen her from afar, and the only time that I got to be close with her was during Izabalaza Festival. So they were doing like directing and marketing sessions, like workshop kind of. And there's one thing that I took out, and I even wrote it down. I think it's 2, if not 3 things, but one stood out. The thing of, she said, be a communicator and a connector with the audience as an actor. Don't talk to the audience. And those things, they
stuck to you.
they stuck
so
to me.
on.
Yeah, so for when I like going to rehearsals, meeting her,
With her
up
and
until
so
the
on.
how is it? How was it like?
Hey, when first they're like, okay, we're gonna do a play with Laura Foot. I was like, maybe they mean Larry, maybe they don't mean the Laura Foot. No, like, I'm not gonna lie, it was like such a big honor, especially like the fact that we were so young. That was like, do you understand? It's like us, like, so excited to work with her. I mean, she's a big name, but not only her, we worked also. And you also worked with him, and Bongile Mansai was also our musical composer. So the whole production was so good. But also, what was nice in that, I don't know if, because I haven't worked with her again, but in that one, she made us use, like, there's the script, but she made us, go into the background of like the times, but she also made us use our own personal stories to push the story forward. What does the story mean to you? What is, what is
one
this
thing that you can relate
what
to?
are we wanting to give to them? And then that's really how it came to be. But one thing I definitely learned in that process, I like the thing when you said communicate. You need to speak up. You need to speak up for yourself. You need to show up for yourself, because if you don't do that, like, no one's going to give you anything on the platter. I remember, we were still going through the script. So, ways of time, we didn't do it like the way that she did it when she did it like 20 years ago, because we were now a class of 13, and when she first did it, it was like 5 people. So do you understand? It was like different narrators, different, like, there's a lot of narration, and then there's characters, but there's probably like, I feel like there's just a few, maybe like 5, 6, 7, like, who are actual characters, but we were all narrating, but you get, like, the characters weren't that much. But it's not like she was ever heavily like, OMG, this is the person that needs to be this person. Like, we really just went through it. And I remember we were reading the script, and it's like, oh, okay, who's reading it this way? Okay, we're just going. So it's like, I saw Guti, she loves when someone comes up to the plate. She loves when someone, is hungry and wants an opportunity. And I remember this one day, we weren't done reading the rest of the script, but when as an actor, you need to be prepared. You're already reading.
Yeah, it must be ahead.
It must be ahead. And then they asked us to come dressed in like what you think, in the play you'd like. Like, do you understand? They just kind of wanted to see also like what we'd come with, and then I remember I came with like a granddad's like jacket,
no any sandy Dalkert outfit,
not this time. And I remember like other people, each one was explaining why they wore what they want. Nah, I come there, she's like, oh, why'd you wear this? And then I'm like, because my character Butchadi is gonna be like a charmer man, whatever. And someone will be like, how she didn't say. But then she really liked that. She just looked at me like, do you get it? Like, stood up to the plate, and I came, like, I was like, okay, this man, let me see like ways to add the character. And it's like sometimes the decisions didn't work at all, but it's like the fact that I took that initiative to play this character. And I remember, like, like she just loved it, but like everyone also just loved this character. And till now, I think it was like one of my best characters. 'Cause, you know, I was this taxi driver man who was busy asking out Unoriam, like, you know, and my chicken leg, my 7 colors. Hey!
Wow. So was Callum also there?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
'cause-
yes.
yeah.
He's so yeah, Callum and I have known each other. Hebatung. It's 8 years, like from first year. So Callum is also an amazing actor. Callum has the strongest presence.
Guys, I remember. I don't think you were there, but we were sitting in a circle on Battered Housewives Club at the VIP lounge, and then we were like sharing how do you see the other co-actor and everything. There's something that I told him, guys. Nothing intrigues me like an actor that has a work ethic that's at another level. Yo, that guy when he's on stage and the way he portrayed the character of Greg.
So well.
Guys, during rehearsals, I would sit like this. I would make sure that I watch their scene. I would make sure. It doesn't matter if maybe like on other scenes I have to go out to do the part. I must make sure that I don't miss their scene. I would sit like that.
No,
and I
but
would
it
tell
was-
him every time.
It was
bruh.
so good that I couldn't watch it. To me, I couldn't watch the scene because Callum scared me so much. But he's like really, and then the fact that he's such a sweetheart as well. Like, do you get it?
Like when he's on stage, he's like, and then when he comes out, like,
No, like it's like I love it, and I love that there's times where you get to work with some people that you studied with, and that was like amazing.
So
How was it playing your character?
for me,
Since you guys are playing like, you know, these abusive men and so on, so like, you know?
for me, as I also mentioned on the day of the second performance, that it wasn't really hard, man.
Okay.
For me to play Utabo, because I mean anyone can play a drunk guy from
Yeah. Cool.
but then it's more into what's happening. Why is he drinking? Why that was a difficult part for me, like very, very difficult. Cause and then Mr. Zubeya helped me a lot by giving me his background. So I was like, that's why this guy is like this. That's why he's always like this. But I don't think I've ever played a character whereby you really get to a point where you touch a woman and you. And Nana was so free with everything. She was like, bruh, I want you to hold me like this. I want you to. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like when she first said that, I was like, okay, maybe she's just thinking J.
Yes.
But each and every time when we do it, she kept on telling me, bruh,
It's
don't be
fine.
scared.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do. Give justice to the character. I was like, okay, sure, I can.
And then you just,
Yeah. Because sometimes you try and hold back, because you don't want to be too much.
But was it uncomfortable being abusive?
Let's move to the next question. Let's move to the next question. Misplaced shoes.
Ooh.
Went to the National Arts Festival.
Yes.
While the director on the other side wins the Best Actress award from the Standalone Film Festival. Muddied Feet, which is screening in the US and Mexico. People are living. She's been to Germany now. Now people out there are seeing your face. You are not there, but they are seeing your face in US. And but let's start with Misplaced Shoes.
My
The reason
first
behind
baby.
Yeah.
My first baby.
The one and only.
Yes, I'm so pleased that, like I fully went into it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a writer. I'm going to write
Just
my
like that.
first. Literally, I'm gonna write my first play. And I wrote it like I didn't actually know about National Arts Festival, like when the deadline was or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I started writing the play on Wednesday, and then I started with the concept on Wednesday, like, okay, this is what I want to do and so on. And then boom, Thursday morning wrote Friday morning, submitted the application Friday night. I could not believe it. That OMG, like
a whole play in that period
short, yes. And I remember on the application, because I just submitted, like I was already, on my computer. The application was even asking who are the actors going to be that time.
and like you didn't have any.
Didn't have anything, but I'm busy. And it's a delusion.
Yeah.
Lead with delusion. I'm like,
yeah.
They're like, I don't even have funding. I don't even have this. I don't even have that. But I was just like, let me do it. And I remember so I submitted it. And then I remember when it came back that I got in. Even then, I remember I minimized it. I think I minimized it. I was just because I remember I was just like, oh yeah, and I saw that I got in for National Arts Festival. And then my friend was like, whoa.
That's a big thing.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I mean, even myself, I think I've been an actor for quite some time, since grade 5. But I've never been to the National Arts Festival. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? I had never been even. They're like, what are you? So I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, I can't do this. I was just like, how am I gonna do this? I don't have funding. I don't have this. And then she was like, who are you? And then I was like, I'm Bokang Ntsutle. And then I remember I was working out budget and it was giving 30,000. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I cannot believe it. From different donations and whatnot, I raised that money. I cannot believe it, but what I learned is, as artists, we need to just go out there and ask, because people are willing to invest in you. People are, I remember I asked this, because I was just sending emails and asking people, and I remember this old man, he was like, I don't know the drama, but you said it's in Eastern Cape. Let me sponsor your flights. And him was saying that as I wonder if this will be enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I was going to hitchhike to go there. But it was just amazing in that. But then the process of actually writing the play, I grew up in, I grew up in Bethlehem, but then, I went to these white schools, primary and high school, but especially in high school, because I think when you're in primary, you guys are just kids.
Yeah.
But in high schools where you get to notice things. So I was usually the only black person in these high top performances. Do you understand? So it's my top 10. I'm the only black person. Say we go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm there with them. Or say you understand? So it's I was able to see worlds that are different and so on. And because I was already there, I was wondering how they would take being in a black world, because I was in this white world and I was seeing how they were and so on. And I was just also wanting to speak to South African commentary of how we assume certain things only apply to certain people. We have these so preconceived assumptions about other people, and I just wanted to make a play about that. But then one thing I like about me, in my work, I always add a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Humor to address these things, so that you're laughing. Then when you get home,
you can think of it
you're like, Joe, was I supposed to laugh at that? So then the play is basically, about these two best friends, and it's they've been friends for quite some time, but at the same time they live in one of those towns that are segregated. So you only are with each other when you're at school, and then when you go back to your thing, whatever. Yeah. So it was a thing of how much you actually know about someone. And then they're like, hey, they changed, something happened. Freaky Friday, changed the shoes. And, the black one woke up in the white one's body. The white one woke up in the black.
Friday. Only now I get it.
Exactly.
now I get it.
They had to navigate and see the life, and they were just like, "How Batung? What do you mean? This person is always like this at work and school, but now when she's
The
at the
subtext
family,
of this whole story. It's wow, Bokang.
yeah."
For that amount of time to think of such a thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Misplaced shoes.
Yeah, or so it was at the National Arts Festival, which was a huge honor. I remember though the first night, like, you know, it's like, okay, they're on stage. Like, I wasn't expecting. I mean, yes, I said, come watch the show, but I remember they're like, should we open the doors? I'm like, it's only going to be my mom there. What are you? Like, 2 people came to watch the show. I was so like pleasantly surprised, but it was just the fact that what do you mean people are coming? But yeah, so now I'm definitely gonna bring it back to Cape Town.
Okay.
But I'm also working on something else currently.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you want a sneak peek.
Obviously.
Want a sneak inside.
As long as you're not gonna spoil it, just.
Oh no. It's something not necessarily about the play. Something else. I'm starting an organization.
Okay.
That is going to be a platform and a collective of people in theater, but that are in roles beside acting, so non-acting, like playwrights, producers, people who are sound technicians, light technicians, so that you have this platform where you can easily access them. Because sometimes, like when I was working with Misplaced Shoes, it's like I studied acting, so I didn't study this side, and I remember I was so lost. But people were saying, no, you know these people, but it was always, oh no, I know this one via this, this. So my thinking is that it would be great to have this like platform where it fully is like, you know, I know this person who does lights and I can show their profile there and this person, and then even though like this thing I'd be able to share it now so that, you know, different theaters and different people have access to it. I also want to use these people who are in it, that we create also performances, and that you can also add that to your CV. So I'm working on it, like it's going to happen, and yeah, that's...
You're really thinking like a top 10 student. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Like a top 10. But it's also to bridge this gap of unemployment and to the youth, and also just as, you know, like people have skills. People even went to school, but where are they? They're sitting at home. Sometimes you find these things, Kadi corner and so on, and I wouldn't want that. Also, I feel like with this database that I'm going to have, like I can take it to theaters and so on, so that it's not a thing that, oh no, we can't find these people here, they are there, and hopefully collaborate with the theaters. And even though they're like, okay, maybe we can't, so that some of the people shadow those people even more. Because what I want is that they're able to get as much exposure and work, and that's basically the whole thing towards it.
Wow. Guys, it's Bokang. So what's a day like in Bokang's life?
Whoa! Well, I wake up.
Because now I see Bokang as this sandy, darker kind of.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, before we get into your day.
Yes.
How was it like playing Sandy?
I loved it. Yo, you should have seen me with my ring.
Guys, she really loved it. And I'm sure it's because it matches your persona. Bokang. What's wrong with you, Bokang? Bokang, we get to the rehearsals. She's already in character. Like you can come to
I'll
her like,
come and I'll be like, mwah, mwah.
And everyone got used to it. And then when we had to do it the second time, and then like I kept reminding her, Bokang, where's your mwah? Because she's like, oh my god, I have to get back in character. like playing Sandy Dalcott.
playing Sandy Aline Delco. You think that it was just streamless and just nice. Like it was, you know what was challenging? Like playing, you know, because she's so successful and she's
True.
so like up here the whole time.
Yeah.
That I could channel, but it was hard when she was when, you know, she found her, you know, her husband cheating, and the fact that she didn't confront him, and the fact that she was just torn down by that. That to me was very hard, because I know me as a person, I'm not someone that's going to get torn down by someone else's wrongdoing. That's to you. You and your God will fix you. But to me, so it was like hard breaking her down, because she gets to the point where she overdoses with medication.
And
so
the pills.
do you understand? So you know, the last performance I drank too much of then, and there's literally I'm not playing. Get this out of my mouth.
Wait. Like
The pills, like, and you know, they were the things. I mean, it's not real pills, like the
it's
tip,
just-
whatever. But I took too many in
And you're not
at one
even
time.
drinking water, Mas.
Exactly. So I took too many in.
Don't you wanna?
Just thank you. You know, the memory of it. The memory of it is coming. Yeah, I went through a lot, but I loved it. I remember I was talking to Zube about the dynamics on stage.
Yeah.
How will it be different kind of women coming together? And also like this dynamic of Siziwe and Sandy, and just basically what we think about, you know, the strong, empowered black woman. And I don't know why that we still want to tear each other down when someone is in that spaces. But you need to think about the history of our country. People are hurt inside. People don't have some opportunities as others. And unfortunately, when you do see someone succeeding in that way, you find jealousy because you have your own problems. Now you're thinking that person doesn't have any problems. You don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Sure. So do you have any Ricardo in your life?
It wouldn't be a Ricardo.
Okay.
But as you can see, there's no ring, guys. So
I can remember when you don't want to be thinking once.
Don't misunderstand me. I want a ring. I want a marriage.
Okay, so there's no Ricardo.
There's no Ricardo.
Come on, Ricardo. Ricardo, please hear her out.
No, like there isn't, but at the same time you see how much is going on with me. You asked how my day is, and you know, in the morning I wake up, and then the first thing I do, I get like on a Zoom call, and I'm out here discussing my projects with, you know, either other people we in the same. I have these other two peers that I went to school with, Utiamo and Tamsin, and we discuss our careers, and like one will come. Tamsin Williams, she's doing a residency at the Baxter. So it's like we'll come and each one will bring something different. Okay, Tiamo will come and talk about, I don't know, like audition tips. Tamsin will talk about vulnerability on stage. I'll come and talk about whatnot business. So I think it's very good for you to always be doing something in your thing. Then after that, I still have auditions. So I'll be out here learning my auditions, going to self-tapes, and then coming and doing the big guns, which is working on my, you know, this organization that I'm working on, writing plays, and now I'm also casting. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't really include...
You're doing quite a lot, though. You don't?
I don't really include men in my writings. Maybe I have this other one. It's because I want to be true. Like, I want to be true. So I just feel like I don't want characters to ever be one-dimensional. So do you understand? If I'm going to write a male character, I would want them to be as good as I write the female characters.
Wow. Yeah.
So
rather you not write.
do you get it? Until I make sure Kuti I grabbed them and so on. But also, like, what I'll do after I've written, I'll make it so that we can all hear. Like, because you are alone while you're writing, so just have a group of people reading it to you, and then that's where you kind of see whether, oh no, this is not working, and so on.
Yeah. Wow. You've got quite a lot on your plate, I must say. So, in 5 years' time, when I meet Bokang Ntsutle,
You'll need security access because my bodyguard doesn't just allow me.
Yeah.
My bodyguard doesn't just. I don't feel like it's a lot because this is something that I really feel like I was made to do. I think God has just given me this gift, not for myself, but also for others. I think my biggest thing is that I love that I'm this black woman, come from this small town, and I'm doing, theater and performance. People don't, some people think, oh my goodness, was she not supposed to be a doctor or engineer? But here I am doing something that I fully feel is changing lives in a different other way. And I would like to have that experience that position where I can create even more opportunities, not only for our age group, but for young learners who are interested in the arts and helping their careers to go forward.
So what would you say to the younger you that wants to be at the same place that you had, or to any young person that wants to take the same route?
Fight for your dreams. Dare to dream is good,
as you said,
but
be delusional.
as much as you can.
True.
And fight for your dreams, and that there's nothing you really cannot do. Try it again, and then try it again as well, and try it again. Because one thing, there's times where I'll email different people and they will not respond back, but my name will keep popping on there. There'll be a day where you remember me and you'll be like, how this person has been. So truly lead with that thing that you truly can. And guys, I know Lena didn't like listening to body motivational talk and whatnot. But one thing I'll always say, be your biggest role model. So that you know, Gucci, I'm not going to disappoint myself.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Bokang Ntsutle.
You got it?
Okay.
Yes.
So who's one artist or any director or writer that you would like to work with? Or should I say your favorite artist? Can I put it like that?
I don't like favorites.
Yeah.
I don't like favorites.
Yeah.
But
So
who would I
that's
like
what I'm
to
saying.
work
Who
with?
would you like to work with?
I'd really like to work with Viola Davis. I really would just like to work with her. I think, like, she's an amazing actress, but also I feel like her aura is something else, and I feel like she can see like young artists and she can see how to take them to the next level. But that's one person I definitely want to. But one thing I'll definitely say, I want to, there's sometimes where people go onto film and television, which, it's great, but I also want to keep on in theater.
In theater, because theater always reminds you that this thing
It's
still there, because that's where most of us start most. We start in theater.
Yeah, and I got into it because I love storytelling. So, theater is nice because me and the audience, we get to have a conversation together. Whereas with film, you guys only see it.
Cut! Quiet on set!
Yes.
Yeah. So have you done any other films besides the Married Fit?
I also did Butterfly Clips. That was also like the first kid film. I don't know why, but I just realized I'm cast as a high school girl quite a lot. But there's this, it was like this high school film, Butterfly Clips, and I'll also be in something, but I can't talk about it. Guys, the NDA thing, it was like 8 pages. I'm like, ew, okay. But I'll also be in something soon, and yeah.
So how did it feel winning the Best Actress?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
That was... Because also, the producer said, okay, you're nominated for this international award. I'm like... We're not. Like, I was just like, what do you mean? I was just like, what do you mean? And then, it was during COVID. But do you understand the awards?
The whole experience.
Exactly. Because the award ceremony was in Hollywood. So it's like, if it wasn't for COVID, I would have been... Do you get what I'm saying? I would have been... there.
You would have been rubbing shoulders with the...
Do you understand?
Yeah, COVID.
But when I was told, like, the producer called me. She's like, you won. It didn't click. The way I kept refreshing. Like, the website, it has your name, but I just kept refreshing. Like, maybe I've told myself I've won, but it's not actually there. I even wanted to call the organization and be like, are you sure?
Yeah.
But it was just amazing. And I think, like, it's one of those things where when you don't expect it, that's the thing. You know that I never go into things like expecting it or being too titled. I was just like, are you sure you won? But I'm always, like, so surprised. It's literally just God doing amazing things.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, there you have it. It's Bokang Ntsutle.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys. It's Bokang Ntsutle. Oh, remember the day after the performance, man, of Battered Housewives, the second one, ne?
Yes.
You introduced your sister to me, was ne?
Oh, yeah.
And then I did that thing of. Did you notice it?
What thing? Like where you were trying to see together?
The thing is, I couldn't see the resemblance. That's why. And sorry if it's offensive, but
no. But I was gonna say, now that we both have braids, maybe maybe you'll be able to see it. But anyways, I thought he was gonna bring this up, guys. They said the cast was doing "Who would you not let your daughter marry?" Why did so many people say me?
I don't know.
Why did so many people say me?
I don't know, but then at least I didn't mention you.
I said you.
Yeah. Why me? Wait, why me?
No, I said if it's going to be my child, I just believe that the girl needs to be the prettiest one in the relationship. So when your face card is giving, that was the only reason I'm like, you're not going to outdo my girl. You're not going to outdo my child. But if it wasn't for that, everything else, I fully would say, no, go for it. Because
have you got the performance day video thingy outfit on your phone?
Which one? Of the wedding?
The one that Nana sent in the group, where everyone does the entrance.
Yes.
Can you please play that video? I want you to see something.
What are we going to be seeing?
What are we seeing right now?
What are we seeing right now? I'm actually just like, because you're making me be like, maybe I missed something. I think I fully.
Yeah. Yo, that was actually a really, really nice play.
I
I enjoyed it, man.
So much.
And I also,
This one.
yeah. Calm.
I want to see you. I can't remember. I was so
I actually
surprised.
went to Abdul Latif.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to watch a show here at Artscape. Yeah,
So this he was, yeah, he was dressed well.
yeah.
Mm.
Pass. Lana. Yo, she's energetic, eh?
The best one.
Why? Okay, look at that. Why everyone just went in straight when just because Bokang.
Let me show you guys. Let me show you. Oopsie. Let me go back to show them.
Yeah, she decides to do a
I
10. Why? Everyone is like doing it like the same way. Just because
it's my entrance. It's
Yeah.
Bokang's entrance. See?
mixed
But
with the Sedital chords.
do you understand? But in general, I just love bringing people together and love making people laugh.
Yeah.
I love making people welcome. So I hope you've been welcomed in my home.
I was, eh? I was. It's quite a nice place. Guys, I am Liteta Juili, and this was the Dominic xER podcast episode 10. I was with
Bokang Ntsutle. My Instagram is at Bokang Ntsutle _
You only have Instagram.
TikTok, everything is Bokang Ntsutle actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok, Bokang Ntsutle. This Bokang Ntsutle. Is that what you want me to say? Everything Bokang Ntsutle.
Okay, guys, there you have it, episode 10. Remember, she made history of this podcast. This will forever be in the books of Dominic xER podcast. I'm Liteta Julie with Bokang Ntsutle. Enjoy!
That was amazing.